And Larry, we now switch our attention to the popular Bermuda Day Junior Derby race. That's from Front Street through the streets of Hamilton all the way down to Dutton Avenue. And we have a large field just like the cyclists.
Yep, they do. And we know, Mike, these are the future running athletes of tomorrow, but they certainly start today and they apply their skills on a slightly shorter course. But this is May 24th, and this is what it's all about. You see three runners going to the front immediately.
We've got Cameron Crichton in blue and white. On the far side to the right, we've got the big man himself, Juma Machette, in his last year, smiling from freshly winning the Sir Stanley Burgess 5K, first senior race that he's won. And then we've got tucked inside as we turn from Queen Street onto Church Street, Dage Miners also running there. So they're looking very comfortable. Three-man breakaway. Smoother of the two at this stage appears to be Cameron Crichton. Very relaxed, but Juma staying right behind him, followed very closely by Dage Miners.
Yep, and you see this is a three-boy race at this point, so they're probably going to finish 1, 2, 3. What order? We don't know it at this point. Also in the field is David Darrow, Jeremiah Steed, Nikian Crichton, Makaika Robinson, Tyler Smith, Jeremiah Sutton, Zakiya Showers, Luke Green, Quasi Douglas, Renee Mabry, Charles Keys, Kyra Stratus, Yvonne Heiliger, although they're not in the picture, but these are competitors that are in this race. And we see these three boys are still out, they're out front, they're right at the top of the hill on Church Street, the other side of the marketplace, and they're all looking comfortable. No one's making a break at this point. You see the Juma Machette looking to the side, perhaps he's looking and feeling comfortable. They're just coming across the Sports R Us, and we see the run in blue and white making a little move, Mike.
And it's interesting because any one of these three are potentially a future Bermuda Day Marathon winners here. I mean, this is where they come from. And look, they are so close together. They're getting ready to make another corner right here, I believe, onto Victoria. And then they'll make the right turn onto Cedar Avenue, across the tennis stadium, Dutton Avenue. And we'll see, it's still virtually shoulder to shoulder. Right now, flexing the arms is Juma Machette, who's tucked in behind Crichton. Dage Miners is running a little wider than the two, but this is interesting. Crichton tries to put in, you can see the cadence there. He's putting in some turnover. He's picked it up. He knows that Machette is probably the stronger of the three, and he's probably trying to burn him out a little bit rather than leave it to a sprint finish down there on Dutton Avenue. So Crichton is really, really digging deep here.
He is, Mike, and you see he has picked up the pace. Machette has now countered his move. Is that Machette or is that Dage Miners? Dage Miners has countered his move. Machette is just in third place at this point, but they're on Cedar Avenue. We see the lead vehicle camera guy keeping a good shot of them, and we see Crichton still out front. But we know these three have tremendous talent. They're all champions in their own rights, and they compete against one another, and today is no exception. The conditions, again, we saw the cyclists had a hard time, but with running, it's a little kinder. And you see Juma Machette now coming to the front, Mike, perhaps ready to launch an attack.
And should mention here that I believe that Machette has been away several times. He's one of our international athletes. I mean, De Miners has qualified for CAC Junior Championships, and Crichton is still right there in the mix. So, oh, what a trio. Oh, look at this. Machette, I believe, is now pouring it on and opened up, and he's dropped the two of them by at least some 5 to 7 meters.
He has, Mike. I saw him at the Front Street Mile. He came second. He almost won it. He got run down by the Shaq Deal, but I think that gave him confidence. And since January, his confidence has soared and has shown in his results in races. And this is no exception. He smells blood. He feels that they couldn't stay with him. He's keeping the pace hard. And you see Crichton has fallen off. Dage Miners has fallen off, but Machette still pushing the pace. All three of these runners have great support from their friends, their families. To get to this level, it takes a lot of sacrifice, but Juma Machette is showing just the hard work, the training, times that you don't see, the early mornings, the late afternoon sessions, now paying off, showing us all what it's all about. This is front running and fast front running for this junior athlete up and coming.
Happy to say I used to run with his father, Anthony. Machette. But hey, look at him. He really looks good here. It's a little bit of a swinging motion, not quite as efficient as Chris Astonick, but the arms are moving all over the place there. But he's comfortable. He's relaxed. He's opened up now all of the some 30 meters on Cameron Crichton, and Dage Minus is also some distance back a bit further. So making the turn now onto Dutton Avenue is Juma Machette. 10 minutes down in this Junior Derby race, and it's still all Juma Machette. He's made the turn now down onto Dutton Avenue, and it's very close to the 10-minute mark. So he's really all by himself out there. He has shaken off Cameron Crichton and Dage Miners, and now just has to go. Oh, he's turning off the racetrack there. What had happened? He's made the wrong turn. Oh, but he must recover quickly to catch Crichton, and he's going to have to really put on a strong sprint, a really strong sprint. And here he's made up the difference, and here comes Juma Machette. He's back in the lead. What a magnificent finish after making the wrong turn for Machette to finish in 10:26 and Cameron Crichton in 10:27.